Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our second map of the potentially last map of the last best of 3 of the day. It's been a long day already, but surely we can endure a little bit more. It will be Mirage, of course, the map pick of DreamEaters this time. The knife seemingly going to DreamEaters, and it will be, of course, the pistol kicking off.
Yeah, DreamEaters now on a map that they should be feeling a way more comfortable on. It's a map that they have chosen to be able to pick, and at this point should be definitely fired up and ready after that victory on Overpass there. And to begin with, it's going to be Sviat already trying to pressure toward top middle, challenging both Pleasant and DJL to begin.
That is going to be a great...
Sviat,
yeah, Sviat gets one. That's going to be a great start for DreamEaters. Sviat with the secondary. Okay, Kinky one more. And Sviat, last bullet. Beautiful. I love it. I really do. And, well, Speeduck to finish it off. Clean round for DreamEaters, man. Wow, okay. That's certainly a lot better than what you would imagine it being at the start, at least.
Especially in the pistol as well. Like, pistols are one of those where you most likely always lose players as well. So yeah, DreamEaters doing good to keep them alive. This time though, Chaos will be into the full eco, not going to get a bomb plant, so won't be forcing up too incredibly. The bomb just left at T-spawn as well for the I don't know, for the janitor of Mirage to clean up, I guess. Gonna leave it there for a while.
For the Nemiga janitor. We have to, you know, I know there are many people who probably like Nemiga, but I'm sorry I'm taking a jab at them. But honestly, they're the ones that are completely at fault for this kind of thing that we're saying Nemiga bomb. They're at their own, you know, their own demise because of it.
Yeah, and I think at this point with, luckily it's not like a crucial round, but yeah, even so, you want to keep the bomb at least in close distance. But even so with Kinky. Simple frag to find.
I like it.
Already down to a 5 versus 4. It's very methodical from DreamEaters. I do like their style of play in these rounds. They're speaking of Amiga, they're actually like an Amiga side where they don't let rounds like these slip. They make sure that they get the job done in a little bit of disrespect there from Barton. I'm sure the body or the head at least was in that position.
Classic.
But yeah, they definitely are like an Amiga where they're very tactically approached and they make sure that the rounds where they should 100 or at least like 90% be winning, they definitely do. Where they're not falling to any type of low buys or ecos. So yeah, second round for the CT side. First gun round to come up from Chaos though, and a vital one for them to win, to be able to go into Mirage and challenge on that T side, because we know that Chaos, or at least DreamEaters, can dominate Chaos on their CT side with a very astounding performance. So I'd say Chaos need 4 or 5 rounds to be okay to go into that second half with. But I think DreamEaters, the way they play is remarkable on that CT side.
Yeah, I would add upon that not only do they need those 4 rounds, I would say they need a few initial 3-4 rounds to really kick off their T side and then pick up, you know, potentially 3 or 4 more to really call it a day. Speeduck though, okay, that was a bit of a mishap. Speeduck, big mistake, and Pleasant will react immediately. Sviat through short will be denied his peak or at least his kill, but it is still going to be a man advantage for Chaos, although this time Kinky in connector, he's ready. That's a free kill you can't deny, and it's all eyes back on towards, of course, DreamEaters, that they're able to pick themselves up. And Sviat, oh, whoa! Through the smoke it goes, and Botan, you have the bomb, buddy. What are you doing in connector? Ouch. That's the round gone. Chaos, the first gun round, seemingly defeated rather easily.
Yeah, it's not going to be going in their favor whatsoever this time. Pleasant tagged down to 16. The retrieval of the bomb probably not even going to be possible, although Sviat spots himself a first. I love the bait and switch though. They have another man inside of this jungle position. DJL though making it back into a 2 versus 2, but 2v1, and with Pleasant so incredibly low, a simple finish for Kraden. This time, yeah, Chaos, they'll be dropping the first gun round. This invites DreamEaters to be able to take at least a 4th round, potentially even more, but this time Chaos will go for more of an eco. They don't want to invest too much into this round itself. A couple of pistols, but nothing over the top. So at least they are playing with some form of tactical approach. But even so, DreamEaters starting so incredibly well in a 4th round. ultimately should be going to the CT side to begin with, and already a good start. Damage done to DJL. That's a little info gathered as well. And with very little that Chaos can oppose within this round, it should just be DreamEaters for relatively easily picking up this round in itself.
I mean, it should be is obviously, you know, a bit of a relative, I guess you could say, fact. It should be their victory, yeah, but then again, we have Deagles on Chaos. We can't discount the fact that everybody of the side of Chaos are pretty proficient with their Deagles. From what we've seen in the past, at least, Pleasant, for example, he's been showing us some crazy shots. We've seen from Bolton as well, some of his crazy frags, or more so his crazy clutches with Deagles. So I'm just gonna say this: as long as 30 players are alive, those Eagles can do some severe damage, and DreamEaters cannot afford to lose those players, or more so, cannot afford to lose too many players. But then again, it should be a victory for them, regardless of, you know, how it's gonna go down in the end. In any case, this is a pretty clean start for DreamEaters, and I'm happy to see them perform like this. This is, you know, what you would expect out of their CT side, how well they played on Overpass, how well they've given us a show on Overpass. I have no doubt in my mind that they are absolutely pumped, they're absolutely hyped, and they want to grab this first half as best as they can. Potentially, you know, 15-0 if at all possible. Chaos, though, another bye round and the chance to win it back in their hands. They suffered defeat on their own map pick, and now they're gonna have to return the favor to D. And Speedak, well, he's gonna say no to Mr. DJL. It's gonna be an early entry on mid, and that's gonna deny any sort of mid control. Kinky in Noob Corner finds one bad spray for the secondary, but it's Krad to support him. The Molotovs burn, but it doesn't burn it hot enough. Button, though, is able to keep it at a 3-on-2. Opens up the avenue of victory potentially for Chaos. They have one Molotov, no smokes, though. So it's vital that Chaos get themselves a position like potentially jungle connector to be able to plant for short, or if they want to push into CT and take that control and then plant for CT pit. But in any case, ooh, Botan, he will overextend here. I feel like he's going to try. Okay, no, he's going to go back, thank God. While Speedak is patiently waiting for him. This is... Oh, Botan, yeah. Oh, if he pushes connector, he's dead. Yeah. Okay, no, never mind. Speedak makes the sound. Botan hears him. Okay, fair enough. This is gonna be a little bit better, but Krad, nice refrag, and it's a 2-on-1 that Botan has to fight this one through. The flash comes forward. Forrester, though, at the ready, and he was too close to the smoke, more so too close to the flash to be effective at it. And it will be an easy 5-0 beginning here for DreamEaters. Chaos, though, they have enough money saved up as well as enough loss bonus. They have more than enough for a full investment. No AWP, at least for Relaxa. Unless he goes for the oh, excuse me, no. He can actually buy Mini Kevlar, if I saw correctly. Yeah, he can buy Mini Kevlar.
Yeah, I think so.
And he's going to have barely enough to buy the op as well.
The thing coming into this game was the fact that DreamEaters have some great Mirage results. I mean, they have an 82.4% round win percentage after the first kill, or after getting the first kill, which I think is an incredible statistic by itself. But the one thing that I was concerned with was the fact that DreamEaters had very little Mirage results outside of the CIS scene.
Yeah.
They had a victory against... Oh, Speedak, he's so good, like, with an AWP.
Yep.
But, yeah, that's the one thing that was... I was a little bit concerned from... Krad, let me talk, buddy. Come on, dude. Stop doing mad shit. Let me... Come on, buddy.
Just talk. Never mind. This round is over anyway.
But, yeah, like, they've taken, like, victories against Simon, which was okay. Unique, which is like a Russian mix. I think it's
No, they're Albanian. Unique is Albanian, and they have two players that are probably the biggest up-and-comers on the scene that are currently in FPL, which is Juan Flatro and Synopsy. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I don't know if we're talking about the same Unique, though. We might not
no, it's ex Quantum Bellator Fire.
Okay, then yeah, we are talking about a different Unique.
Probably.
Okay, because there's another Unique I know as well from my side of the world, and they are actually doing pretty well, or more so, they've started to really perform and shine brightly. That's why I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, they've got Passionoi, which is, you know, a decent player. They have Undo, who was actually in Amiga back in the day. Fanat Rocker, who was from...
Yeah.
I think old Quantum Bellator Fight. But yeah, anyway, that was the one thing that I had call for concern for, was the fact that they've only had a victory outside of the CIS scene on Sharks in this Loot.bet Season 2, which was a 16-13, and against SJ, which was again a 16-13. But SJ being a side that again can play Mirage. So that was the one thing that I was like coming against Chaos. I was like, this really could go back and forward. But yeah, so far it's been a great start for them. And at this point, I assume the tech pause will be for Chaos to discuss what will happen when they go into a very, very precarious Mac 10 purchase. And realistically, with Chaos's like sort of demise in this first game already, it's going to bode to be quite the dangerous CT for the T side half, especially considering that their Mirage hasn't particularly been the best over recent times. They've had like wins and losses. It's more down than it is up though. And I think that's something that DreamEaters have definitely been looking to exploit. And Speedak again, able to put himself in a position where the AWP is so viable. A fast push by the T's, but it won't account for anything. As down into a 4-on-1, make that 3-on-1 as Freddy Frog trades. But not that it particularly has too much of an impact. And Speedak there to finish 7-0. And what a start for DreamEaters.
It is the best start DreamEaters could have hoped for, and this is something I mentioned at the end of Overpass, I believe, where I said if DreamEaters get themselves up to a nice, good, juicy beginning, get themselves the economy, kick off their CT side with a 5-4-0 result. I never in the life of me thought that they would be able to pick up 7-0 this quickly. But picking already such a distinct advantage, I think this is where they should have an easy time just clearing out the first half. And I can see this going 12-3, 11-4, maybe even worse, but I don't want to really say it until we're actually going to see it. Although, I believe we have our James Bond as well. Yeah, Relaxa. James Bond.
Yeah,
Ouch.
yeah.
That kind of hurts.
Which is never good to get a nice little 007 on there, but I think it highlights just how good the DreamEaters have been, allowing minimal opportunity for kills, never mind rounds themselves. 1-for-1 trade, though. Kinky backing up Crad whenever they go aggressive. I love that they always have a second man there as well, but this time, hitting toward the B site might just be the correct call right now, but Forrester is, of course, sneaky and hidden away. Speedak runs into a little bit of trouble, though. Forrester able to trade for one. Not good enough, though. Freddy Frog to reply with one of his own. And this might just be an opportunity for for Chaos to get their first round on the board. Finally slow down Freddy Frog to shut down one more, and that definitely should be the calling card now for Chaos's victory here to at least get a first on the board. Pleasant hunting from behind.
Ooh.
You just get picked off, though, and there is still plenty of time for the fact that Kinky does have himself a defuse kit as well. Freddy Frog will keep himself hidden and safe. That's the best way to do this. And even though DGL is going for a little bit more of an aggressive wide swing as time ticks, that's the round itself. And finally, Chaos, they open their account for Mirage here.
Thankfully, they open up with the first one at least. It's gonna kick off their chance to fight back, to really put it, to really put their foot down and start winning this first half, potentially 8-7. It's gonna have to be quite a battle though to come out of them if they want to win this first half. I mean, it's already DreamEaters at 7 overall, and we have the double up again setup coming up from Crad and Speedak. I very much like this. As I've said, Overpass works well for double up, and so does pretty much every other map besides maybe well, you could argue Nuke might not be the best choice, but then again, double up pretty much works everywhere for the CT side almost. In any case, it's going to be a bit of a mid-play once more from Chaos, as they are going to be successful in fooling, or more so forcing everybody from DE out of connector and window. And with mid control established, Chaos can now decide whether or not they wish to split towards B, wish to split towards A. They've got a lot of room to maneuver, a lot of time to decide, and they don't really need to do anything here. They just need to slow down, and well, there's the entry. Kinky says, no, my friend, yet again. Palace will be denied, and Sviat is ready. He finds himself a secondary as DJL is waiting for that peek from Whorehouse, but there's no chance Sviat gives him a free kill here. If anything else, if he peeks lower, or more so if he peeks on the window, surely he's going to be ready for that engagement. You have to be when you're in this kind of position. Relaxa, though, catching on to Krad, and is back to a 4-on-3. This is still not yet decided completely. This can go either way, as Chaos are going to be battling for survival, though. We gotta mention that their money is at an all-time low, and Kinky burning alive somehow still gets away with a kill! Oh my god! What a round.
Down into a 3 versus 2. Yes, Fired and Speedak. 99 points of health combined, but as time ticks, that bomb should be safely planted. At this point, DJL able to take out Speedak. Maybe too much of an aggressive peek there. And oh, Pleasant finds himself one more now. This surely has to be around for Chaos. And ooh, it definitely will be. DJL, like you say, just very barely able to clutch it out. Second for that T side. And just after winning 2 rounds, the economy of DreamEaters now up in the air, not going to really have the most plentiful economy to be able to purchase, and we'll see them down to pistols for this one. So Chaos relatively successful as they find themselves 2 rounds in a row to put on the board and make sure that at this point, DreamEaters don't run away with this first half just yet. With an eco in the hands of those CTs, this should be another one, another vital opportunity for Chaos to find further success. And Pleasant, he'll already open up the round with a nice little AK kill to begin with.
Yeah, and they're going to be hitting a free site, if you can call it that. DreamEaters, of course, this is pistols and Kevlar, not even, you know, having Kevlar on the majority of the players. Bomb dropped for Chaos and T-Base, though, not fond of that, but they've got a minute 20 on the clock. There's no need to rush, there's no need to hurry. They can do whatever they want, they can do however they want it. And I gotta give it to them. They're certainly just looking for those exit frags. They want to get a little bit of utility, or more so a few rifles here and there. And oh, Pleasant somehow didn't spot Sviat earlier. That's a bit surprising. He does take a bullet to the head, but his second kill already. Although Forrester comes across through connector. Picks up the AK, actually. Certainly changing things for the worse with each passing moment. Now, Chaos, since they look like they will actually win this round without any problems anymore, well, just as I say that, they lose one more player. They are not exactly in a very good economical position. They can't afford to lose too many players here, because if they do win the round still and lose 2 or 3 more players, let's say they lose 2 more players and they win another one-on-one or another clutch by that, they will have a maximum, bonus or maximum money of around 4.5k, give or take, somewhere there. So they're going to be, of course, using most of their bank to really reinvest, rebuy, get themselves back on track. So not a comfortable spot to be in at all. And Chaos, third round is here. And yeah, this is what they need. But like I said, like we both probably agree here, that they need more than just 3. They need a hell of a lot more. And I thought he spotted him. Interesting. 4-3 is delusion, perhaps. Black bars.
Yeah, potentially. Like you said, he was pretty blatant in that position, but yeah, I have to agree. At this point, Chaos need way more rounds than just an initial 3 to be able to go into this second half and really be as comfortable as they felt on Overpass to be able to challenge. I mean, even Overpass was a very, very shaky game, to say the least, from this Chaos side. But even so, with the tac pause, or I assume tac pause, by DreamEaters, Chaos still have to be rustling up a couple of tactics to be able to find success again on this T side, because they can't allow DreamEaters an instant way back in. As soon as they get a couple of rounds back on that CT side, it's all like their progress is going to be undone straight away. So they have to at least keep, I'd say, they have to stop DreamEaters before they get to 9 or minimum 10. Like, they can't let them advance any further than that, or else Chaos will really start to feel the pressure, with this being the potential map that DreamEaters do take victory in. And at this point, with a 7-3 and a full buy from Chaos coming through, a lot of utility. That's the one thing I can really respect about Chaos, is they do go for more utility plays than regular aim duels, etc. But even so, Relax are going to go for more of a fast A peek with the AWP, getting himself straight up toward ramp, nearly landing a shot as well. Just showing signs of presence toward this 3-meter side. A heavy B stack as well from the CTs so far, but I can't say I disagree with it, with Chaos and the way they do like to fast aggress through apps. It's something that you can set up early round to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, that is true. Like, with the positioning the DreamEaters are taking right now, they're leaving themselves open for an underpass push, but luckily that's not the case. Chaos on the other side, a default, a very passive one, although quite diverse, or more so quite split up across the map as a whole. They look like they finally will be focusing their efforts towards mid as well. The bomb is dropped in B house television or TV, so presumably they're going to be splitting B by the looks of it. I would say that Botan probably just wants to make noise towards A, or he's going to be the lurk connecting all things together, trying to catch the rotation off of A once that B push comes through. But Chaos decide against the B play, I guess. In the end, they will actually be going towards A itself. It will be a fake out towards B. I actually like this perhaps even better than, actually going for a B strike. And ooh, Speedak spots the smoke. Now they are like, oh guys, this is B smoke, B execute. There's a single player there making noise. And this is a perfect sell by Chaos. Oh my god, this is actually really good. Unfortunately, it's Kinky from Underpass that catches Pleasant. Speedak catches Relaxa. Freddy Frog does refrag, but it's still a 4-on-3. And with 18 seconds left, A side is yet to be taken. This is starting to look a little bit more shaky than it did at the beginning. In theory, it works, but in practice, you really have to be very good with your timings. And oh, Krat spots the player that has the bomb. Now the push back towards side. They will deny the plant. 4 seconds. Not enough to deny it, but certainly enough to kill the player still. And Freddy, it's a 1-on-3. Krat burns alive to 18, but it is nonetheless a very, very close call here for Chaos as a whole, as Freddy Frog, they know he's there, they know he's in jungle hiding, and he can't break the window, or more so the murder hole. He has to go through connector, and this is pretty much gone. This is 8-3, and as you said, picking up 9-10 rounds will be devastating for Chaos, especially since this is Mirage. This is a map that everybody knows, or more so that everybody has played for before multiple of times, and it will be a surprise if Chaos cannot pick more than, 4 or 5 rounds on their T side. That really will be a testament to how poor of a T side they have, actually.
Yeah, definitely. I think with the way that DreamEaters have been limiting the options from this T side, it does really hit home about how good these DreamEaters squad is turning out to be. This time, luckily for Chaos, they do have the money to be able to purchase, and I think they had to. With the rounds that are already beginning to slip away, we are coming to the end of this first half, and realistically, with the way that DreamEaters have been playing, they won't be giving up too many more if they're gifted with opportunities. And Relaxa, that's a way to start the AWP kill already to begin with. Makes it a 5-on-4 as they already take over that A bomb site. Sviat finds one in return, but finally to be denied. Kinky to do the same as we're down to a 3 versus 3. Relaxa to regress toward that Tetris position. A little flashbang to go over, and Kinky and Speedak playing relatively close. And all 3 players of Chaos grouped up toward this immediate A site exit, ready for any sort of approach. And as that flash goes in, yeah, it does force at least Forrester back. Kinky knows that there's more players here, and as Barton shuts down one, trade back by Speedak, nearly gets himself a second, but traded again. And Chaos still keep themselves alive once more, 8-4, and they've finally broken this Namiga side again. They'll be back down to another eco, and a big chance for Chaos to keep themselves in this game, get at least a 5th or 6th round in this T side, and I think that is a great way to really round off the half.
It actually is. How it all started off, how it all picked up. It was a pretty convincing performance from their CT side, looking like it was impeccable and absolutely, indestructible. This time, with Chaos actually making it look a little bit easier, at least a little bit more simpler. DreamEaters will have to rethink their spots. I will have to say that 3-on-3 from DreamEaters was quite poorly planned or poorly played. First of all, the guy in CT should never be this close to spawn, or more so, this close to the bomb site when it was a 3-on-3. That pop flash really ruined his chances of surviving any longer. And we do see Freddy Frog and Plessen will find 2. Krat does get 1 in return, but this is an eco, as he said. So they're gonna have to concede this round regardless. But just to return to the point, basically, the fact is, DreamEaters, a few shaky decisions, and it costs them, well, almost 5 rounds here. Another full buy, though, coming up. No AWP unless they want a glass cannon, which is highly unlikely, and I definitely do not wish to see a glass cannon. It will be quite hard to play with it, especially if you are not able to hit the first few shots. Now, he does actually take it, Speedak, that is. But this is going to be a difficult battle for him. He needs to hit his shots immediately. And wherever he goes, he needs to be accurate as hell, and lucky as hell that he doesn't get a hit by a single bullet from a stray AK shot. In any case, mid-A play from Chaos. They'll be splitting through connector by the looks of it, and I very much love this kind of tactics. More so this kind of tactic, although they do delay their play a little bit. Speed it. There's what I'm talking about. The entry is his. Now 5-on-4, where DreamEaters can excel, and more so than anything, play safe and defend their positions as best they can.
And especially, like you say, with Speedak being able to get the first frag, it does allow DreamEaters to begin to dictate the pace right now, because Chaos, they will be wanting to either trade back or at least find a couple of kills to offset the advantage. And right now, with the majority of this T side heading toward the B bomb site, I'm liking the setup that the CTs have in defense. Speedak to play from the back of the site to make sure short runnings is clear, and with Forrester, again, his notorious position. Yeah, he's already used this once, and it was caught out by Freddy Frog, so surely
he's gonna be
has to be noted again, yeah.
I mean, I would hope that Chaos molly him. That would be the only... Well, they don't molly, they don't check.
Oh, dear.
No, what?
Oh my god, how does he not check that?
Oh my god, Relaxa, last man standing. Beautiful double, but Forrester not checked 3 kills, or 2 kills at least. That is a huge mistake by Chaos, and because of it, they lose the round 9-5. Last one is here. The money is also there, although a bit limited on DreamEaters.
Yeah, I mean, there is, like you said, a little bit of a limit, but they do have the core fundamentals at least. That's the one thing that they will be able to at least take out of this, or at least put into this round. But yeah, overall, Chaos, despite being on the back foot, always having the better buy rounds, which I think is serving to them for an opportunity to be able to find more rounds. Speedak, though, he'll get aggressive towards short. A lot of mid-presence shown by Chaos, and the boost from Sviat should begin to work out. Plesson's head was spotted. Can't convert the kill, though. Maybe shot a little bit preemptively there. If he'd have hung on just a little longer, maybe would have spotted the head of Plesson. But either way, Kinky, he'll find the initial kill of the round anyway. Krad brings one of his own right now, and down to a 5-on-3. Chaos again being torn apart by this CT side. DJ a chance to reply, and he will be able to get Forrester. I'm gonna say, not liking the way that he's been playing apartments in this CT side.
Yeah, especially with... Yeah, sorry, please continue.
No, yeah, I was going to say he's been giving up quite the number of kills, like basically allowing free apps control.
And especially how he played that balcony. He was only lucky last round that he survived as long as he did. He should have been checked. DJL finds his second. It's a 3-on-3. And as you said, the push from Forcer might actually come back to 1-3 meters. This is still a very much potential 9-6 result on the half, and that would be acceptable to Chaos given the circumstances they were in previously. But look at this. Krad is juking across the corners, but Freddy will be faster. Freddy will be better. Kinky, though, a 1-on-3 left, and it's all eyes on Mr. Kinky. And how good of a kink does he have? Well, it looks like he's going to be pushing through balcony. Goodbye, good night. DJL saves the day, all because Forrester pushes apps and gets caught off. That is all to Forrester. DreamEaters lose this round because that B push was uncalled for and unnecessary. Absolutely unnecessary. In a 5-on-3, you never wish to push any position unless you have somebody to support you, flash you, or otherwise go with you that you can refrag it. Unfortunately for DreamEaters, well, they're gonna have to concede 6.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, again, it's a kind of scenario that can definitely be avoided. There was, like you say, no real need to go for that push. But overall, gotta say, Kinky's been popping off this game. Freddy Frog the same, though, not too far behind. I think this is going to make for a very, very telling second half. It's going to be another close one as we go 9-6 and a pistol round to really decide the pace that's coming forward here.
Indeed it will. We'll be right back, though, after a short break.
Loot.bet. Made for live betting.
Second half is here, and all of a sudden, this is where it all ties back to Overpass. Remember how that ended? Well, Chaos, they had a pretty good CT side, and we'll see if they can keep up with the speed of DreamEaters. It will be a B rush. The pistol is live with 2 smokes and 4 flashbangs on the side of DE. And this looks like a real B rush. Oh my god. They couldn't be more true to their name.
This is full send. Or at least look like it anyway. Maybe hearing the patter of footsteps across the B apartments, maybe trying to hope for a draw out of players potentially. But yeah, I'm loving the fact that DreamEaters have slowed right down. At least established that apartment's control and have been able to get that far. But Barton going to be playing the position, what Forrester did in those previous rounds. And if there's anyone to expect it, it should be the man himself. Definitely is looking to check that position. But a very, very slow round so far from DreamEaters.
Next level mind games.
Yeah, exactly. We never see pistol rounds go like this, especially not with this kind of level. We always see some form of either, especially on Mirage, you typically see an A site push where you get the entire bomb site control and then able to push from that. And misguided smoke, though, that's not going to land in its correct position.
That's actually, I would argue it's okay-ish. Kinky finds one, and I'm not sure what D is still trying to do here. Kinky, he gets a kill, then he just runs to pick up a USB. What are you doing? DreamEaters, they kind of random right now. They're not really deciding just yet, you know, how exactly they want to play this. Now, they surely go towards A in the end, but, ooh, there's a free kill through short. Yeah, I'm not... Okay, somehow, what? How does the planter not die? Freddy Frog finds one back in return. It's a 3-on-3 with Kratz shutting down Freddy, though. This is A site now cleared out, at least for the most part. DJL headshot comes through, and it's DreamEaters looking like they might be able to pick up the Thint. But I gotta say, this is a pretty weird round overall. DreamEaters, I think their initial intention was to fake B rush and then actually go B. And then what happened was they realized perhaps too late, or more so too soon, or gladly too soon, that probably wouldn't succeed. So they kind of try and go back through lower, make noise again. Really just a bit of a weird round, but definitely Sviad there, or Kinky, excuse me, pushing through B house. Not sure why exactly he tried to pick up the USB. You surely know there's at least one more guy there.
Yeah, I would have hoped so anyway. But even with that very random round somehow paying off, DreamEaters will get themselves a 10th, put double figures on the board, and now with the full buy in their favor, this should be definitely an 11th that they can afford to pick up. A full eco in the hands of Chaos right now, and with the way that they'll be setting themselves up, USP is not really going to have too much of an advantage. I love the fact that Pleasant has a flashbang ready to send these guys into middle as soon as any kind of positioning or such is shown. As that flash does come through, avoided though by the majority, and a very, very simple cleanup. Sviad able to take down one, and there we go. The round gets himself 3 in total, 11-6. And a relatively simple cleanup for the T side, but this is the round that now matters the most. If DreamEaters take away this one, if they find victory right now and push up to a 12-6, to the point where Chaos will not be able to purchase, that's where this CT side really starts to get difficult for our Swedes here. And with the way that DreamEaters have been playing Mirage so far, yes, that CT side was a very successful one, but the T side starting out already, and it looks like it's going to be more of a B apartments quicker setup. I think this is a
straight side smoke, like it's gonna land right on the back side to allow the plant. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm fairly certain it flies exactly somewhere there, or it's a window smoke. But in any case, yeah, actually no, it's gonna go short. Okay, fair enough. I'm kind of wrong with my smoke there, but you know, Relax is still finding one, and Forrester's already down. Finds a dink on one of the players at least. Pleasant though refracts, but DJL had been lost. And all of a sudden, things are looking pretty grim for Chaos as Kinky shuts down Pleasant. Botan is coming in behind, though. If DreamEaters are not predicting this, this could still be around for Chaos easily. Yep, Sviad spotted. 6 HP, though, or 4. And Botan, he doesn't want to give his hand up too easily, or at least too quickly. Oh, no. Oh.
Too smart for himself there.
Yep.
That's unfortunate as well. He could even, I think if he'd have killed off Sviad, not that it made much of a difference, but it at least makes it a 2 versus 2. But yeah, overall, just outplaying himself in the end there. But even so, Freddy Frog able to find one more.
Yeah.
But
I would argue that it definitely wasn't a bad choice that he didn't kill him immediately, because he has the element of surprise, right? But the problem is, you have to be aware somebody's going to be spotting house. So if they haven't seen you up to that point, if nobody reacted to you up to the point you made it to second window, or first window, excuse me, you should know that probably somebody else is watching second window or he's watching balcony. Either way, you know, you're going to be seen. So you have to use that in your favor. Either pre-fire short or, you know, check it and kill him. In any case, Bolton definitely could have played it better, but unfortunately not much you can do. At 12 and 6, things start to take a bit of a grim turn as Chaos have a single M4 on Freddy and a Kevlar on DJL, a few CCs, and that's about it. And all in all, this is looking pretty rough, pretty bad for Chaos. It looks like this second map is not going too well for them, and it's not going to continue to go, or more so, it's going to continue to go badly by the looks of it.
And with the way DreamEaters have been playing as well, I can't really argue with the fact that Chaos don't have an option to be able to get back into this game. Freddy Frog, though, he's going to maybe bring a little clarity to this round. They do have that single M4 that they can utilize. The Molotov not going to be as effective as they would like. Forrester trying to tempt fate. Molotov inside of CT. They're keeping themselves so sort of safely posted. If Crack goes for the peak, though, surely a double lineup at least gets one. But yeah, there is still one more lingering on the site. Barton, he's got himself the M4. He denies the first kill and down to a 3 versus 3 now. I love the fact that Forrester hasn't gone super aggro, but goes for the peak instead, and Craddy's able to take out one more, and that is a round in itself. That'll be DreamEaters projecting to a 13th, and we're getting to that sort of stage in the game where now the momentum is really with this T side. They've took away the first gun round. They've forced out an eco without losing too many players. So they know right now that the game is in their hands, and it's going to be them that will have the pace. Even if a buy round comes through for Chaos, which it definitely will, and we should see, you know, buys like an AWP, etc. I think DreamEaters, they're just getting stronger with every passing round that comes, and this side, even like I've said this like pretty much whenever I watch DreamEaters play, they're always that underdog side, but they're always a side that they're more of an underdog in the fact that they can have a really bad day, but if they're on their good day, they are clear favorites, and they're showing that again here. If they take this 2-0, put themselves in the playoffs, some of these online tournaments that they've won might just be starting to realize, okay, these guys are really setting themselves up for a good, you know, run of results. And I think, yeah, that we could see great things from these guys. So I
pray, because they've been on the scene for quite a little while now, and they've never really seen major success besides, you know, a few random smaller tournaments, either victories or final spots, etc., etc. And I'm happy to see them perform like this. I really am, because it's lovely to see new teams form and give you a good show and give you good CS. That's like the best part of all. Oh, 1 second.
Spinac able to at least take out one more. Try and get it to top mid. This would be the great way to enter if Speedak can find the kill. Especially as he comes through that top mid position. He does have the AWP at least in hand. But as of right now, even with 55 seconds left, Relaxer and Barton both able to find frags. Kinky trades back one more, and Plessen, he's able to round it out. Speedak trades back one though, and down to a 2 versus 3. They at least keep the hand in their advantage. And as Forrester breaks out toward the A bomb site, at least keeps Chaos on their toes as he surely was heard crossing towards stairs right there. Definitely has to be, but right now 30 seconds left, and yes, Forrester. Ooh, DJL. He will at least come out on top and down to a 1 versus 2. Speedak might just be calling for the save at this point. Don't want to be losing that AWP, especially with the amount of economy that you guys have already going into the next round. So just keep yourself at a good sort of spot and be able to make sure you ride into the next one with at least a base to work off of. But it seems like, ooh, does he actually guarantee a bomb plant? Okay, he doesn't. I was going to say that would have been, yeah, unfortunate. But either way, 13-7, and Chaos, they get themselves finally a first gun round.
Well, it's better late than never, and in this case, it couldn't have come at a better time. First of all, this is not yet, you know, a deathly position they're in. This is actually, if you remember, this is the same spot that Chaos was in when they started winning Overpass. 13-6, 13-7 then when DreamEaters picked up their first round. And look at this. It might just be a return of investment, although Krat pushes through short, finds one. Pleasant's the only guy that can prevent this B site from being completely lost. As Freddy Frog refrags on Kinky, but Speedak is ready. And this is now horrible for Chaos. First of all, their money is still so low that if they lose this, they have to save all 3 rifles. There is really no other choice but to save the 3 rifles, as well as the fact that, well, they allow DreamEaters to go up to 14. And as we all know, if things are not going to go exactly as planned the next, then DreamEaters are going to be 1 away from securing series point and progression point to move into the playoffs. That would be a big blow. Although I would say in this case, you know, Chaos, they shouldn't be too concerned about this loss overall, especially with the fact that this is a 2-1 game, not a, you know, 1-2, which would have been much worse because that is elimination. Obviously, it's kind of, you know, they're going to be very probably upset with the fact that they might not get qualified for playoffs yet. But, you know, they should take solace in the fact that this is not yet the end of the line. This is only, you know, one way station that they might not necessarily win at. In any case, 14-7, this is it. Last chance for Chaos, win or die. It's as simple as that. They lose the rifle even, which is the worst part, but they don't have any more options. They have to win. There is no more returns, no more safeties, no more fallbacks. There will be no more secondary chances or anything of the like. As Chaos lose the entry, Haxa takes the shot. Okay, what? Where did that bullet come from? How is he down to 44? That's a crazy shot.
That was either drive-by from Connector. I have no... yeah, it must have been like a running shot from Connector, surely.
100%, yeah.
Either way, it spooks him a little bit and forces the retreat, which I'm not even going to complain with. I'd be running for my life as well. Pleasant. He at least trades back onto Sviat. That keeps the game alive just for now. Is back to a 4 versus 4. DJL inside of B Apartments. No real pressure from DreamEaters yet, though. And I love the fact that these guys don't get overconfident. That they never get to that arrogant state where leading this heavily, some teams would be like, oh, you know what? We have so much of a barrier. Let's you know, like mess around a little bit or just like play a little more looser. These guys, they aggressed into mid. They could have peeked Connector into Relaxer without a smoke, but they didn't. They made sure that they get the Kinky spam through the wood box. Oh, the wooden plate there. But will they check the angle for DJL?
Yes,
I don't think. Oh, they will.
See,
that's so smart. That's what I'm saying. They're so thorough, even though they're so heavily in the lead.
Oh, that's 15. That's it. Freddy and Relaxer, 2 ops to retake B. Ha ha ha. Maybe in your dreams.
Good luck.
I mean, maybe if you have 2 simples, I wouldn't say anything. But then again, you know, sure, Freddy and Relaxer are very good players, but they are no simple. And unfortunately for them, 2 ops, no utility, you know, at least useful one. No chance that they can actually get through. But as you said, exactly, the point is, DreamEaters are smart enough to check their corners, and, well, they checked it. They look at all corners. They molly the corner or they check it. Either way, they're ready for that kind of play. And you can't surprise them in that manner. They will not allow themselves to lose a player or 2, or maybe even 3, as they did against Forrester. That Chaos lost against Forrester, excuse me, on that 1 push towards B because they lost the round, and subsequently losing the round because of it. Now look at the money for Chaos. They're gonna have enough for an M4 and Pleasant and Botan. Relax are gonna drop 1, and yeah, Freddy dropped the other 1. So this is still gonna be a pretty good buy, actually, by the looks of it. Especially with the 2 ops saved, it does give them a kinda saving grace, the saving hand. But this is legitimately last call. This is the train leaving the station. You're pretty much chasing the train or chasing the bus, and if you can't catch it in time, yeah, well, mate, you're gonna have to wait another 20 minutes for the next one. In any case, it is gonna be a pretty difficult round to win for Chaos. Their utility is almost null. And yeah, overall, they're in a pretty bad place right now.
Yeah, I have to agree with the way that DreamEaters have just asserted themselves in this game. It's been so good. Freddy Frog, though, this time bringing out that double AWP setup, going to reside with the first frag in this round and make that a second as Pleasant. He's able to at least deal some further damage. Bomb at least goes down, which is... Oh, it just goes down.
Close, yeah. Oh, Kinky, though. He's pushing Forest.
Oh, this could be real.
Or jungle, excuse me.
Okay, Barton seemed a little aware of that, but Not going to be
Yeah,
this time. He's tagged down to a single point of health, though.
Dinked.
Seems like Chaos, they might have just got themselves a
Oh my
round here. Oh my god.
Kiss in chat.
Yeah, Speedak gonna go save his AWP. I'm not against that. The round already lost, so go and save whatever you can. Chaos, though, they find themselves at least one more. They put an 8th on the board. The scary part is, though, of course, that DreamEaters will have money for the next couple of rounds. And Chaos, they have to keep some consistency here. They have to be putting consecutive rounds on the board to stay alive. A single mistake, and DreamEaters capitalize, and that is the game in itself. They close out the series and advance to the playoffs in what is only a very successful best-of-3 in itself. Right now, they'll be so ready for this. Speedak going to be the first player to peek inside of the apartment. Lesson, though, that's perfect to begin with. He will get traded back, but not before he dinks Viet down to a single point of health.
Jump spot. Nope. Okay. Thank God.
Just a nice little grenade. Just some little damage done, but nothing too extensive. Speedak going to be at least safe for now. Yeah, overall, I like that play from Pleasant to get into underpass there. That's something that Chaos haven't actually tried, so I'm liking that they're keeping their things fresh, even when they could, literally mentally just drop out of this game.
Absolutely. That's something they need. If they wish to win this series, they're gonna need that. And being down 7 rounds, you have to bring a few special tactics. And by that means that you have to, change up your cues. You don't go for default all the time the same way. You change it up once with a good spawn, you push palace. With a good spawn, you push underpass. With a good spawn, you push top mid. Whatever you do, you have to do a few different tricks where your opponent will be feeling a little bit, I guess you could say, or not a little bit, but what I'm trying to get at is basically if your opponent will feel like, oh, they're trying to play us out, they're trying to do something silly or something of the like, they are going to feel, or they're going to play a lot more defensive. And if they play defensive, that means that you're going to have more freedom for yourself in the map itself to be able to take control, to be able to take information and adjust fast enough to reply to the aggression of your opponents. But here we go. It's going to be a B play this time. Enforced is DJL. He's got a... Oh! Okay,
that was a drive-by.
Oh, that's the game, I'm afraid.
Surely.
I mean, it's a 2-on-4. Sviat might be on 1 HP, but he's got an op. And ready. Good night, Sweet Prince. And it's all eyes on both. And his boat has to rock the world, though. He rocks the 1. But it's still going to have to be 3 more to win this.
I think at this point, switching out to the AWP, almost accepting defeat. And there we have it. What a way to round out a series. DreamEaters 2-0, able to qualify for that playoff position. I've got to say, in an astounding fashion as well, to be able to battle so heavily in that first map on Overpass, to take victory from Chaos on a map that they're so incredibly strong on, and then to not be, mentally drained or tired enough to fall out of that second map and keep the pace up. And absolutely dominate Chaos in that second map as well. Just testament to their work rate. And yeah, they're into the playoffs relatively easily.
Absolutely easy.